Peace and blessings. The wave in the ocean here. Welcome to day 10 of the 31-day Kickstart course. And today we're making a transition to something that I'm really excited about. Over the first week of this course, we've basically been focusing on a lot of things related to the relationship with the self. We talked about how there's 4 major relationships that we're going to be exploring throughout this course. Relationship to self, relationship to others, relationship to body, and relationship to God. And we're kind of moving in and out of those 4 relationships. Sometimes we're exploring more than one relationship at once. Our focus has been mostly on the self when we've been talking a lot about manifesting our desires, our goals for this physical reality, and using the law of attraction to do that. Today we're making a transition where we're going to continue to focus on the self a little bit. We're going to also start to focus on our relationship with God, with something higher than ourselves, connecting with something outside of the ego that is both within us and without us. And I'm really excited about this personally because we're going to be talking about the number one thing that has changed my life the most over the course of the past 7 or 8 years, and that thing is meditation. A lot of people ask me about how they can learn to meditate. It seems that meditation is really growing in popularity these days, which is fantastic, but I guess there's a lot of confusion about the different types of meditation, which one is right for me, why I should be doing it, and ultimately how I should be doing it. So over the course of the next few days, we're going to be looking at specifically why we meditate, what are the different types of meditations and which ones we can decide are right for us, how to perform meditation, that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited about it. Let's dive in right away. The first thing we want to talk about is why meditate at all. A lot of people know that they should be meditating. They're hearing that they should be meditating. They hear kind of certain things about it, like it reduces stress and it's really good for you in certain ways. But a lot of us don't know exactly why we should be meditating. We're just hearing things that we should be meditating. So I'm here to give you a little bit more concrete evidence of what meditation could do for you and what are some of the reasons that you should be meditating. So ultimately, meditation is about self-care, self-love, and self-development all at the same time. And that word self is really, really big there, but at the same time, it's also about connecting outside of the self. By nurturing our relationship with God, with something higher than ourselves, outside of our ego, we can also in turn kind of mirror that relationship back towards ourselves. Learning to love God, learning to appreciate something higher sends that same vibration back to us and nurtures ourselves. So it is kind of a self and an outside of self activity at the same time, and that's why it's so powerful. It's about learning to observe our thoughts and not really become our thoughts. When we talk about emotions and feelings, largely the emotions and the feelings that we have are not the result of the direct experiences that we have. In cognitive behavior therapy, we talk about how we have an event, an experience in our life, and then we form some sort of judgment about the experience, which leads to our emotions, whether they be positive or negative. So it's not the event itself that's causing us to feel a certain way. It's actually our interpretation, our judgment of that event that makes us feel positive, negative, all sorts of different feelings and emotions. So by meditating, we're actually getting in tune with what's happening inside of our mind, inside of our body. We're learning to become the observer of our thoughts rather than become the thoughts themselves. And if we can step outside of our thoughts and observe them, almost as if it's a third-party person, a third-party objective, exploring these thoughts and just kind of seeing them come and go without getting attached to them, then we can learn how our mind works and become much more rooted in the present moment and ultimately much happier. So there's a lot of proven, scientifically proven benefits of meditation, and I'll put some of those up on the screen for you right now to check out. But some of the most common ones that we hear about are reducing stress, which is absolutely true. By being in the present moment, we become much more calm, much more focused on where we are and not feeling anxiety or worry about the future or depression about the past. It also encourages healthy decision making. We become more focused and clear about what we want in our life, what we're looking to achieve, and that clarity helps us to make positive, healthy decisions, stay away from things that are going to bring us backwards, and move towards things that are going to bring us forwards in our life and towards our goals. It's a great way to boost your mood. Meditation always makes you feel really good. And even people that struggle with meditation in the beginning, they're not used to it. They feel like they're not doing a good job. Any meditation is a successful meditation as long as you do it. So a lot of people will notice, wow, I just meditated for 10 minutes and the whole time I had crazy thoughts bouncing around my brain. I couldn't calm down. I didn't feel relaxed like everyone says, but somehow after the meditation, I felt really good. I felt really energized. So it boosts your mood as well. And there's a number of other things that meditation has been proven to do in scientific studies, such as slowing down the aging process, improving our focus in general, our self-awareness, even physical things like lowering our blood pressure. Some of the really cool things come from physiological responses to meditation. It's been proven in scientific studies that meditation actually can alter the DNA somehow in our body. So when we're talking about fighting diseases, even things that are genetic inside of our body, meditation has been known to alter the coding of our DNA over long periods of time. So it's really fascinating in a lot of regards. One Harvard study actually showed that meditation increases gray matter brain volume in 4 different areas of our brain. And those 4 areas of the brain are related to things like self-awareness and self-relevance, how much you love yourself, compassion and empathy for others, even things like learning and cognition and memory. So it's really, really cool what meditation can do for us. There's a lot of proven studies, and you can go and check out all of the different studies. But the number one thing that we're talking about when we're talking about meditation is awareness. That's really the only thing that we want to achieve. And I don't like to use the word achieve, because if we're meditating to achieve something, then we're not really doing it right. Meditation is not about, I want to meditate because I want to achieve blank, or I want to have blank in my life. Meditation is just part of our daily practice to step outside of ourselves a little bit, to step into the present moment, and to remove ourselves from all these constant distractions, all these outside stressors in our life, and really hone in and center on what's happening inside of our mind and in our body and in our heart. So awareness is really the goal, I guess we could say, of meditation, and really the goal of life. We want to bring awareness to every single thing that we do in life. And meditation is one of the best ways to do that. That's the whole point of this course at the end of the day. If I was to choose one goal for this course, we talked about purpose, we talked about passion, we talked about peace. But really those things are achieved by having awareness. When we know what we're doing, what works for us, what makes us feel good and healthy, we can make every decision from that point of awareness. Looking at, when we're looking at nutrition, whether I'm going to eat a donut or a salad right now for lunch, we can approach that decision with awareness, knowing that the donut might not make us feel good in the long term and the salad will. However, there are times in life where we deserve a donut and it's okay to have a donut. So when we're aware of our decisions, we're able to say, look, I'm going to have a donut. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm not going to feel guilty. I'm going to enjoy some of the pleasures of life. And knowing that most of the time I'm going to be doing good things for myself because I have that awareness. I have that understanding about the decisions that I'm making in my life, what I'm trying to achieve, which of those decisions are going to bring me closer to those goals, and which of those decisions are not right for me. So awareness really is the name of the game. That's what we're going to be focusing on, nurturing throughout this course and over the course of the next few days when we're going to be talking about meditation. So that's our little intro to meditation. Tomorrow and the next few days, I'm going to be showing you specific meditations, different types of meditations, so you can decide what's right for you, and guiding you through exactly how to do them in a step-by-step process that is easy to follow, so you can be sure that you will be a meditation master from day one. And in a few days, I've got a really special surprise for you, so make sure you're sticking around, make sure you're opening this content every day and following along with these videos. It's time to practice mindfulness. I will see you tomorrow for day 11.